My phone buzzed with an email that hit like a punch. It was from an investor I'd never met asking about my supposed involvement in my sister's latest movie project. He mentioned a painting he'd bought one he claimed I'd co-created with her to fund her film. But that piece was mine alone from my private collection. I stared at the screen, heart pounding, and pulled up my records to confirm. That's when I double-checked my own details in the system. My name is Quincy Reed, and I'm 32 years old. The attachment showed a forged certificate with my signature slapped on it, linking my artwork to her scheme. I felt the rage build instantly. Growing up, my family always treated me like the afterthought. My sister got the spotlight, acting classes, fancy auditions, constant praise, while I scraped by teaching myself to paint in a cramped corner. My parents poured money into her dreams, saying she had the talent to make it big. Me, they called my art a hobby, something that wouldn't amount to much. I proved them wrong quietly, building a portfolio that sold for $25 million over the years. But I kept it hidden, not wanting their judgment. Now this email exposed everything. My sister had crossed the line, using my name and faking my work to lure backers for her failing production. I called my friend, a lawyer, right away. "This is fraud," I said, my voice shaking with fury. She agreed and started digging immediately. "The betrayal stung deep. Family wasn't supposed to steal from you." I knew I had to confront this head on. If this family betrayal has you gripped, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell for more twists. Your comments keep me going. Share if you've faced something similar. I picked up where I left off with Cara Medina, my lawyer friend, who jumped right into pulling records. She accessed public filings for my sister's production company and found marketing materials listing me as a silent partner. "Quincy, they've attached your name to promo emails," she said over the phone. I scrolled through the attachments she forwarded, slick brochures claiming my paintings backed her film budget. It wasn't just exaggeration, it was outright deception to attract funders. As we dug deeper, an email thread surfaced from my sister's account to the investor. She wrote, "My sister's art empire is worth $25 million, perfect collateral for this project." I clenched my fist hearing Cara read it aloud. "She's leveraging your success without permission," Cara added. That explained the pressure texts I'd ignored for weeks, where my sister demanded I invest in her movie, calling it family duty. The real shock came when Cara cross-referenced investor contracts. They included forged appraisals of my work, undervalued to make her deal look sweet. "This is intellectual property theft," she stated flatly. I paced as she explained the legal angle. "We could file a civil lawsuit under federal copyright laws seeking an injunction to stop distribution." Then the twist hit. Cara uncovered a forwarded message from my sister to Lana Cho, the manager at her old gallery. Lana replied, "I'll vouch for the co-creation story if needed." Worse, my cousin Aiden Sethi was looped in, offering to sign as a witness to the fake collaboration. "Family secret," my sister had typed. Aiden, always chasing favors, had betrayed me too. I told Cara, "We expose this now before they close any deals." She nodded agreement, outlining our next steps for evidence gathering. The web of lies tightened, pushing me to act fast. I scheduled the family meeting under the guise of my mother's birthday dinner at our parents' house in New Orleans, knowing it was the perfect setup to lay everything out. Cara had compiled a thick folder of printouts, emails, contracts, and filings, all ready for the reveal. I arrived early, slipping the dossier into my bag, and helped set the table with plates and glasses for the meal. My sister showed up with a smug grin, chatting about her film's progress, while my mother fussed over the cake and wine. My father nodded along quietly, and my cousin Aiden hovered near the snacks, avoiding my eyes. As everyone sat down, I waited until after the toasts to pull out the folder. "We need to talk about your production company," I said firmly, sliding the papers across. My sister glanced at them and laughed. "What's this, Quincy? More of your overreactions?" The room tensed as I pointed to the first email chain. You used my name to pitch investors claiming I co-created art for your funding, I stated. My sister leaned back, crossing her arms. It's just business hype, relax. But Kara had prepped me, so I flipped to the forged appraisal. This undervalues my work and fakes my approval. That's fraud under copyright law. My mother interrupted. Quincy, don't ruin the party. She's trying to succeed. I ignored her and turned to Lana's message. Your old gallery manager agreed to back your story, why drag her in? My sister shot a look at Aiden, who shifted uncomfortably. Aiden signed as a witness too, I added. He stammered. It was just to help family. The twist dropped when my father cleared his throat. I saw some emails but thought it was harmless. My mother nodded, admitting, we all knew it was for the greater good. Their confession fueled the fire. Shouts erupted as my sister stood up, knocking over a glass. You're jealous and trying to sabotage me, she yelled. I stayed seated, voice steady. No, this is theft. Investors are already pulling out after seeing the evidence. My father tried to mediate. Let's discuss this privately. But I shook my head. It's too late, Kara's filing the lawsuit tomorrow. Aiden jumped in. Quincy, withdraw this or you'll regret it. My mother chimed in tearfully. Think of the family name. The drama peaked when my sister grabbed the folder, ripping a page. This proves nothing, she screamed. I snatched it back. It proves everything. Your scheme collapses now. Kara texted me from outside confirming more backers had bailed. The air thickened with accusations, my sister pacing and hurling insults like selfish brat. I laid out the consequences plainly. Under federal law, this could lead to fines and restitution, I explained. My sister stopped pacing, face paling. You wouldn't sue your own blood. My mother begged, drop it for peace. But the hidden truth surfaced. My father revealed he'd loaned money from his savings to cover her initial costs, using my art as unofficial collateral in talks. It was a mistake, he muttered. Aiden confessed he'd forged a document too, thinking it was minor. The revelations stacked up, turning the dinner into chaos. My sister turned on them. You idiots blew it. I gathered the papers. This ends here, fix it or face court. The family bonds cracked wide open in that moment. As I walked out, my sister followed, grabbing my arm. Quincy, partner with me for real, we'll split profits. I pulled away. Too late for deals. Kara waited in the car, ready with the next filing steps. Back home, I blocked their numbers, focusing on securing my portfolio legally. The night's fallout spread fast. Investors messaged me directly, furious at the deception. My sister's project halted overnight, her reputation tanking in industry circles. The twist of my parents' involvement stung, but it hardened my resolve. No more family excuses. Kara and I met the next morning at her office to map out the lawsuit strategy. She spread documents across the desk, highlighting key violations. We'll start with a cease and desist letter under the Lanham Act for false endorsement, she explained. I nodded, handing over screenshots from industry forums where whispers about my sister's deception had started circulating. We drafted the complaint, citing copyright infringement and unfair competition claims, all backed by federal statutes. Aiden texted me repeatedly, but I forwarded everything to Kara for the record. This builds our case for conspiracy, she said. Lana emailed an apology attempt, but Kara advised ignoring it until we subpoenaed her communications. By afternoon, we'd contacted 3 investors directly, securing affidavits that confirmed they'd been misled by the fake co-creation narrative. One funder admitted, "We wired funds based on your name, pulling out now." The prep intensified as Kara filed for a temporary restraining order to freeze any art sales tied to the scheme. Investors' responses poured in, strengthening our position. Kara coordinated with a forensics expert to analyze digital signatures on the forged documents, proving tampering under electronic records laws. I reached out to a gallery associate who'd overheard my sister's plans, and she agreed to testify. "Your family pressured me to stay quiet," she whispered on the call. Meanwhile, my husband fielded calls from my parents who tried guilting him into intervening. "Tell Quincy to back off," my mother urged him. He shut them down flatly. "She's protecting what's hers." The twist emerged when Kara uncovered bank transfers my sister had siphoned funds from a joint family account to pay Lana for her silence. "This adds embezzlement angles," Kara noted. Aiden's involvement deepened. Logs showed he'd altered timestamps on witness statements. I confronted him via video. "Admit it, or face perjury charges," I demanded. He broke. "It was her idea, I just followed." With affidavits in hand, we refined the civil complaint for district court filing. Kara emphasized damages seeking restitution for reputational harm and lost opportunities. "We can claim actual losses from your undervalued art," she calculated. I compiled a timeline of events attaching email trails that exposed the full plot. My husband reviewed the docs at home, spotting a gap. "What about the inheritance tie?" he asked. Digging further, Kara found records linking my sister's bribes to diverted family trusts violating fiduciary duties. "This escalates to trust fraud," she confirmed. Aiden panicked in follow-up messages offering to flip. "I'll testify against her if you drop me," he bargained. Kara laughed it off. "Too risky, we'll use his prior statements instead." The prep session wrapped with us printing service papers ready to notify defendants. The forensics report arrived confirming metadata manipulation on all key files. Kara integrated it into the motion for preliminary injunction, arguing irreparable harm to my brand. We role-played depositions, practicing tough questions about family motives. "Stick to facts," she coached. My husband suggested checking social media for more leaks. Sure enough, anonymous posts hinted at my sister's scrambling to salvage deals. "Industry's turning on her," he observed. Another twist surfaced: my father had co-signed a loan using family assets as collateral for her production, tying it to my art indirectly. Kara pounced. "This opens piercing the corporate veil." I called an art appraiser for expert valuation, bolstering our damages claim. Aiden caved further in a recorded call. "She promised me a cut," he confessed. "We saved the audio as exhibit material." Final tweaks locked in the filing package. Kara scheduled e-filing for the next day, ensuring compliance with local rules. "Once served, they can't unwind the deals," she assured. My husband handled logistics, printing backups. We anticipated countersuits, but prepped defenses under anti-SLAPP statutes if needed. The family's secret loan docs revealed my mother's signature to expanding liability. "Joint and several," as Kara termed it. I messaged a neutral relative for context, learning my sister had boasted about the plan months ago. "She said you'd never notice," they relayed. Aiden's full statement arrived via email detailing timelines. Kara filed it as supporting evidence. With everything sealed, we stepped back. The trap was set. Kara hit submit on the e-filing system first thing, officially launching the civil suit in federal court. The clerk confirmed receipt within hours, and we moved to serving the defendants. A process server delivered papers to my sister's production office, catching her mid-meeting. She called me furious. "Quincy, this is war, you'll destroy us all." I hung up without a word. Lana got served at her gallery, and she texted Kara begging for a settlement. "Tell your client I'll cooperate," Lana pleaded. Aiden received his at work, panicking enough to email a desperate retraction. "I lied under pressure," he claimed. Investors filed their own motions to join as interveners seeking refunds under contract law. The judge granted our temporary injunction that afternoon, halting all related art transactions. My husband monitored online chatter where production partners announced withdrawals. "Her film's dead in the water," he reported. Kara pushed for expedited discovery, compelling document production within days. Discovery yielded gold. Subpoenaed bank records showed my sister routing investor funds through offshore accounts to evade taxes, violating IRS rules. Kara flagged it for a parallel referral to authorities. "This could trigger criminal probes," she warned. Lana turned state's evidence in her deposition, admitting my sister paid her $5,000 to fabricate provenance docs. She said it was foolproof, Lana testified. Aiden cracked during his session, revealing recorded calls where my mother instructed him on alibis. "Keep it in the family," my mother had said. The twist unfolded in court filings. My sister had pledged family heirlooms as hidden collateral to lenders, forging deeds in my parents' names without consent. "That's elder abuse territory," Kara exclaimed. I confronted my father over secure line. "Did you know about the heirlooms?" He admitted weakly. She promised quick returns. My husband dug into public records confirming the pledges. We amended the complaint to include conversion claims. The preliminary hearing ramped up the pressure. Kara presented evidence stacks arguing for summary judgment on key counts. My sister's lawyer countered weakly, "Mere misunderstandings." But the judge sided with us, ordering asset freezes under Rule 65. My sister stormed out of the courtroom yelling at aides, "Fix this mess." Investors testified remotely, detailing losses tied to the fake endorsements. One said, "We trusted the Reed name, now we're out millions." Aiden appeared as a hostile witness, fumbling under cross-exam. "I regret everything," he muttered. Kara nailed him on perjury risks. The family's hidden pledges surfaced publicly, sparking media scrutiny in entertainment outlets. My mother left voicemails pleading, "Call it off for old times." I deleted them. My husband secured our joint finances, transferring assets to protected trusts. "No more vulnerabilities," he insisted. Enforcement kicked in as marshals seized my sister's office equipment under the freeze order. She retaliated with a frivolous countersuit claiming defamation, but Kara moved to dismiss under anti-SLAPP protections. "It won't stick," Kara assured. Lana provided insider emails showing my sister plotting to discredit me online anonymously. "Leak rumors she's unstable," one read. The twist deepened. Discovery revealed my father had diverted retirement funds to bail her out, previously creating a pattern of enablement. "This supports our conspiracy claim," Kara noted. Aiden flipped fully, signing an affidavit exposing timelines. In a status conference, the judge berated my sister's side. "Clean up or face sanctions." Partners abandoned her project en masse, citing breach notifications. My husband fielded investor thanks. "You saved us," Big One emailed. I pushed Kara for maximum damages, including punitive awards under state fraud statutes. The dominoes fell faster. Authorities opened a tax evasion inquiry based on our referral raiding my sister's accounts. She appeared on my doorstep unannounced. "Quincy, let's negotiate, I'll cut you in." I slammed the door. Lana's gallery distanced itself, firing her amid the scandal. Aiden lost his job over ethics violations. Court documents went public, tanking my sister's auditions. "No one wants the drama, an agent told Kara off record. The family's heirloom pledges led to separate probate filings, forcing my parents into mediation. "We never authorized," my father claimed in papers. My husband coordinated with experts for valuation hearings. "Your art's integrity is restored," he said. Kara wrapped motions for default judgment on non-responsive claims. The payback unfolded methodically, dismantling their web piece by piece. Kara received the court's final ruling 2 weeks later, awarding us full damages and permanent injunctions against any use of my work. The judge imposed punitive fines totaling $1 million, citing willful misconduct under state statutes. My sister's assets remained frozen, forcing her to liquidate production gear at auction. Investors recovered their funds through court-ordered restitution, and several sued her separately for breach. Lana's gallery blacklisted her, revoking partnerships. Aiden faced professional sanctions, losing client trust overnight. My husband negotiated the buyout of Lana's old gallery space using award proceeds to secure it under my name. "It's yours now, expand your exhibits," he suggested. I signed the deed transfer, turning their former hub into my flagship venue. Media outlets ran stories on the case praising the crackdown on IP theft in creative industries. My sister appeared in interviews denying fault, but facts buried her claims. The victory rippled through family channels. My parents' mediation failed, leading to asset divisions that stripped my sister's access to trusts. Kara handled the probate enforcement, ensuring compliance. No loopholes left, she confirmed. Aiden attempted one last outreach through a burner phone. "Forgive us, we're ruined," he whined. I reported it as harassment. The twist came via sealed court docs. My mother had secretly sold a family portrait I'd painted years ago to fund my sister's early schemes, pocketing proceeds, without disclosure. That's conversion, Kara stated, filing supplemental claims. My father confessed in a notarized letter. We enabled her too long. I shredded it unanswered. My husband updated our estate plans, excluding them entirely. Cut ties clean, he advised. Gallery renovations began, drawing new artists eager for fair deals. My sister's auditions dried up completely, her name toxic in Hollywood circles. Settlement offers flooded in, but I rejected them all, pushing for maximum accountability. Kara negotiated garnishments on my sister's future earnings under judgment enforcement laws. She'll pay over time, Kara explained. Lana cooperated fully to avoid charges, providing leads on hidden assets. Aiden's employer fired him after ethics reviews. Family relatives distanced themselves, unfollowing social accounts en masse. My mother's health claims surfaced in pleas, but medical records debunked them as exaggeration. Classic manipulation, my husband noted. The gallery relaunch drew crowds, boosting my sales exponentially. Investors approached me directly for legit collaborations. My sister's production company dissolved in bankruptcy filings, her dreams shattered. I attended the auction anonymously, watching her items sell cheap. Karma hits hard, a bidder muttered nearby. Enforcement agents raided remaining storage units, recovering misappropriated art pieces tied to the case. Kara cataloged them for return, valuing recoveries at hundreds of thousands. My parents' home went into foreclosure after loan defaults from their hidden involvements. Self-inflicted, Kara remarked. Aiden relocated quietly, jobless and shunned. The final twist emerged in probate revelations. My sister had planted fake debts in family ledgers to siphon more, uncovered by forensic accountants. Add embezzlement counts, Kara recommended. I approved expansions, filing addendums. Relatives' attempts at reconciliation via emails got auto-deleted. My gallery's acclaim grew, landing international spots. The dust settled as appeals failed, upholding all rulings. Kara closed the file with satisfaction. Case sealed, move forward. My husband and I hosted a private opening at the new space hosting Independence. Family attempts at contact bounced off blocked channels. Aiden's apology tour flopped, ignored by all. My mother's final letter begged reconciliation, but I returned it unopened. The gallery thrived, pulling in global clients. My sister's career ended in obscurity, her schemes exposed. I donated case proceeds to artist protection funds, turning pain into progress. Victory felt complete, their downfall self-made. Kara archived the last enforcement notice as appeals exhausted themselves, confirming no reversals. My sister's bankruptcy wrapped up with forced sales, covering the judgments, leaving her penniless. Authorities pursued the fraud charges, scheduling her arraignment under federal indictments. Lana pivoted to consulting gigs elsewhere, her reputation scarred, but intact enough to scrape by. Aiden vanished from networks, his career derailed permanently. My husband finalized the gallery's expansion permits, doubling exhibit space with fresh funding from recovered assets. Time to showcase your vision, Solo, he encouraged. I curated a debut show featuring reclaimed pieces, drawing record crowds and press. Relatives whispered apologies through back channels, but I ignored them. The twist landed in a leaked audit. My parents had hidden a slush fund from inheritance taxes funneled to my sister's ventures over decades. Tax fraud exposure, Kara alerted. I referred it to IRS auditors anonymously watching liens hit their properties. The IRS raid on my parents' accounts exposed layers of complicity freezing retirement nest eggs. My sister testified against them in exchange for leniency, sparking public feuds in tabloids. You threw me under the bus. She accused my mother in leaked calls. My father sold off assets to cover penalties, downsizing drastically. Aiden resurfaced, begging for loans from distant kin rejected outright. My husband and I hosted investor mixers at the gallery, sealing multi-million deals. Your comeback's epic. A backer praised. I declined family mediation invites, citing irreparable breaches. Kara wrapped residual claims, securing garnishments on any future income. The family's once tight circle fractured, with cousins cutting contact amid scandals. My sister's indictment preceded her pleas, falling flat. I expanded online sales, hitting new revenue highs without their shadows. Court transcripts went viral in art communities, boosting my profile as a whistleblower. Kara published a case study anonymously highlighting prevention tactics. My husband suggested philanthropy drives, channeling fines into grants for emerging artists. Pay it forward, he proposed. I launched the program, awarding thousands to talents. My sister's parole conditions barred industry work, forcing menial jobs. My parents' foreclosure finalized, relocating them humbly. Aiden's ethics probe ended in disbarment equivalents. The final twist emerged in estate reviews. My sister had planted fake debts in family ledgers to siphon more, uncovered by forensic accountants. The embezzlement addendum sealed upgraded charges, extending my sister's probation. Kara celebrated with a quick lunch. You dismantled the machine, she toasted. My husband upgraded security on our holdings, preventing future intrusions. Locked down tight, he affirmed. I mentored new creators at events, sharing red flags without specifics. Family gossip circles imploded, isolation setting in. My sister's public apologies rang hollow, ignored by peers. My parents' pleas through attorneys for funds got denied. Aiden faded into obscurity, job hunts failing. The gallery hit milestone sales, $25 million in valuations restored and surpassed. I cut all ties, definitively changing contact info. Victories solidified through sustained success, their empire reduced to rubble. That whole ordeal taught me greed erodes trust faster than anything. Family bonds snap when exploitation rules. Watch for those red flags in your own circles. Don't let loyalty blind you to scams. Thanks for sticking with this story. Your support means everything. If it resonated, smash subscribe, hit the bell, and drop comments on your family dramas. Share to warn others.